Welcome to A Look Back in History, a weekly videocast from the Salina Journal.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Yesternews. October 4th, 1959. The Salina Journal tentatively plans to build a newspaper office at 4th and South Streets. Options have been secured on 7 lots on the east side of 4th from South Street North and on a connecting lot on the west side of 3rd Street. The Journal is now published at 7th and Iron in a building originally used as Salina's post office. Further expansion there is impossible. September 28, 1934. A shipment containing 25 tons of poisoned grasshopper bait arrived here today, said Ray L. Graves, county agent, and free distribution of the bait will start at once. October 4th, 1909. Harry B. Wilson, a young man scarcely 18 years of age, met a terrible death Sunday morning at about 3 o'clock in the Western Star Mill when the waistband of his overalls caught in a revolving shaft, which hurled him around, crushing his skull against a heavy overhanging beam. The body fell to the floor after circling the shaft about 10 or a dozen times. Death probably resulted instantly when his head first hit the beam. October 4th, 1909. For the first time in several months, the city cellar has been restocked with beer, real beer. The reinforcement was made Sunday afternoon by Officer John Tullis, who happened to be down in the north part of town and saw Ray Craig, a transfer wagon driver, load up a suspicious-looking barrel at one of the depots. He followed the wagon and took the beer into custody. Now October 4th, 1909, a not very obedient congregation which attended the services at the Presbyterian Church yesterday morning got the ire of the pastor, F.C. McKeon, who kindly requested the women remove their hats so that they could all see the preacher. About one half of the women removed their hats after considerable tugging and pulling of hair, but the other half sat quiet and still until after a hymn or two had been sung, when the pastor again requested the ladies to remove their hats. So the tugging and hair pulling began again until finally, all save about 50, had removed their headgear. And that's it for this edition of Yesternews. Be sure to read these stories and more in Monday's edition of the Salina Journal in the Neighbors section. Until then, good night and good news.